What's up? This is Vince Carter. You're listening to the 3-Point Conversion. Check it out.
They played this game was no quit. It was no give up or give in. As we put on the board, three things we can do here. We can give in, say it's too hard. We can give up and quit, or we give all we got. And I felt like they gave me all they had.
Yeah, what did you see, especially in that fourth quarter, just cutting it down to 2 points and just towards the end of the game there? Just what did you see towards that last 5-10 minutes?
Fight. I saw a group that wasn't giving in to it. We found something with DeAndre in a matchup that he had, and he was able to get us close. That foul at the end, takes him out of the game, and big call, big play there where we felt like we had some momentum going. But I saw fight from these guys for 48 minutes.
Coach, how were the Heat able to force the Hawks into attacking more from outside the paint tonight and inside? Well,
their defense, they switch 1 through 5, so they do a good job of guarding the perimeter. They don't give up a lot of threes. They force you into an isolation game. And, the way you have to attack them first is try to get down and play fast before their defense can get set. But you have to attack them inside with dribble penetration or post-ups or on the glass. And I thought we started to get to that. At the end, DeAndre was able to get into the paint and play. We just came up short, but they are a team that with the switching defense, they try to keep you out of the paint and keep you on the perimeter.
Hey, Nate, I know you mentioned that you felt like y'all had some momentum there late. On that final foul call on DeAndre Hunter, was there any consideration to challenge that one?
Absolutely. I talked with the bench, and we felt like that it was marginal contact. And if we lose that, we're going to lose my last timeout. They would get the ball on the side, so we would lose DeAndre as well as the last time out. And we just felt like it was marginal contact, and that was going to go against us. So decided to try to hold on to that last timeout.
What did you see on that final play with Danilo in the corner? What did you see went wrong?
They basically bodied they bodied us up and basically just took us out of our cuts and forced the pass inside. We had two options on that. First option was Trey. The second option was Gallo coming off, and as they do, they switch everything and they grab and they take that away. So they just blew that play up. Well, they blew it up. It was good defense by them.
Coach, how important is it going forward for Trey to be as deadly as he is on the ball, but off the ball?
Well, that's something that we really worked on all season long. It was something we had to do all season long because of the defense that Trey was seeing night in and night out. Different teams would play him different ways. We saw a lot more boxing ones this season. Pretty much every team trapped him. We saw teams run and hit him, try to send to get the ball out of his hands. Tonight, what you saw and really doing this series is Miami just put 2 on him on the inbounds and force our other guards to bring the ball up the floor. So we have counters that's built in for defenses like that. And we just go to our counters, we can play him off the ball. We can run some sets for him off the ball. We did that tonight, and we've basically built that in throughout the season.
As a follow-up to that, do you feel like off the ball movement is something that Trey has to get better on, especially with how Miami defended him in this series?
He will. He will. I mean, because each year, players like that who their ability to score, they will see more defenses. And what he has to learn is play off the ball. Allow DeLon or Kevin to bring the ball up, and we have plays for him to, or for us to run with him off the ball. So, and he did it more this season than he did last year. Next year it'll be some, maybe he is playing off ball, and you are running him around off the ball and playing more of the two position than playing 90% of the point guard position.
In the second quarter, late in that second quarter, Miami went on a big run. It was the third straight game that they went on a big run. I'm just curious, what is your philosophy when it comes to calling timeouts to stop them and regroup your guys?
That happened in 2 minutes. I think I had just called a timeout, but it was their press. It was their pressure, and that was something that we covered. We knew that they were doing that. Whenever we sub Trey out of the game, they picked up their pressure. I think that happened in about 2 minutes, the last 2 minutes of the quarter, and I had just used a timeout.
I know this is probably tough to digest a loss like this, a season-ending loss. What do you guys say in the locker room after a game like this as a team?
I mean, we didn't really talk. It's tough to digest, like you said, and talk about stuff now. So it was a pretty quiet locker room.
What did you see on that last play? I know it was tough and couldn't get a shot up. Just what are the Heat defense able to do, especially on the last play of the game like that?
I mean, it was pretty easy and smart what they did. They took away the 3-point shot. You ran the play to get the ball in a corner. Were able to get the ball in, and then they double team in the corner, and I had no outlets, no time to do anything else. So I thought, they played a smart defense.
As a team, what did you see from the fight of you guys, especially that last like 8 minutes of the fourth quarter?
Great fight. We had when you play these kind of games, you got to fight. That if you lose, you're home. So you can't go home without a fight. And I thought it was a good game. We fought, but it wasn't enough.
Gallo, obviously DeAndre fouls out with, I think it was about 41 seconds to go. How tough is it to lose, the guy that's got that going for that final minute?
Yeah, it's tough, especially with the type of game that he played. He played an amazing game. So we needed him, especially with the last few plays that we had to play. Fortunately, they called that foul. I don't know what the foul was. But yeah, definitely great game by Dre. But like I said, it wasn't enough.
Now that the season is over, what do you feel like you guys need to do in order to take that next step and get to the next level that you guys want to get to?
Now is honestly tough to think about the future. I don't know, what's going to happen in the summer, but of course, you get better playing these kind of games. I think that we can learn that we have to play a better regular season to put ourselves in a better ranking, in a better position to approach the playoffs. We let a lot of games go, too many ups and downs during the season. And then when it's playoff time, you can take games off or minutes off. You got to play every game the same way.
Was that the most frustrating part for you to see just how many games you guys did give up in the regular season? I know a lot of you guys talked about not having that mentality every game that it is a playoff game. Was that one of the most frustrating parts for you?
Probably. Like I said, we had too many ups and downs where we lost so many games in a row, and then you win games in a row, and then you lose again. You got to be more consistent throughout the season, because then when playoff comes, those games that you should have won, then they're gonna count. They're gonna be on your shoulder. So.
On Zoom, we'll go to Davide.
Ciao Danilo, looking at the season, obviously it's frustrating, being eliminated in the first round, but what do you think about your season and where do you think you're going from here?
I think it was, I'm happy with my season. But like I said, it's tough for me. I never thought about, my season on myself for stuff. So it's in general is a tough season because, it's not a good result, a team result. And so that's what I think about. And where do I go from here? I have no idea. It's not time now to think about it or have any thoughts. There is a lot of time during the summer, and we'll see what happens. All right.
Sit back and reflect for a second on the whole season and the big picture, and just look at where we came this year and what we all had to battle through to get to where we ended. And obviously we wish we could have finished stronger and won more games and went further, but what we did this year with everything we went through, battle testing the playing two good teams, then going on the road and winning with some guys down, and then I think it just shows that we fought all year and fought to the end.
When you look at a series like this, how would you sum up this series as a team with team effort?
This series was tough. They definitely challenged us. Got to go back, to the drawing board and figure out where we can be better at as a team, and to come back next year and not be in the situation, and understanding that where we want to be at is where we were last year and further. So we got to figure out how we can get back there, and that's the main goal.
Hey Trey, what do you see from Dre in that fourth quarter to help you guys fight back? But then also, obviously, how tough was it for those final 46 seconds when you don't have the guy who's going?
Yeah, no, for sure. It's he was aggressive all game. He was aggressive all game for us, and that was important for us. And especially with Bogey being out, we needed him to be aggressive, and it was amazing to see him be aggressive. And especially in that second half, our kind of comeback and getting us back in the game. He was, even when I had the ball, his man was at the nail, and I was able to kick to him. He was driving and making plays for not only himself but for others too. It was, really good to see and to have him go off. Wish we could have won for him. But yeah, obviously that last play too is a couple of seconds late. Obviously it's just the ref that I just got a tech on. Maybe it was personal with him, but it was 5-6 seconds late, and it was crazy, the situation. Obviously it being a 6 foul hurt us. And but yeah, it's one possession out of a lot. So
You mentioned early in the series that you thought you were going to figure out Miami's defense. Obviously, that didn't happen for you. But why do you feel like you struggled against this defense, and what do you feel like moving forward that you have to improve to get better at?
They're a good defensive team. Their team is more of a system than who they have on their team, and no matter who they have out there, they can play. It's about their system, and their defensive system is all about helping. And they got a guy that they're targeting to take away. They do a really good job of doing that. And so I got to go back and watch film and understand. Places where I got to learn, and that's something that it's not just me. I got to sit down with coach, and we got to find out ways that if teams are going to face guard and do what they did the whole 94 and 48 minutes of the game, you got to be better at it.
To follow up on that, with the way that they guarded you, do you feel like one of the things that you do need to improve on this offseason is working off the ball even more than what you showed this season?
We're working off the ball is something I'm pretty good at anyway. I know how to come off screens and get into the paint and find others. I mean, working off ball is pretty similar. It's probably easier than working on the ball. So I mean, I know how to do it, and I think it's really just about putting in the right system for me to be off the ball too.
Trey, is this in your mind the best a team has ever defended you?
Oh, sorry, can you repeat the question? Yeah, I
Oh,
was trying to
sure. Is
find
this
eye
in your
contact.
mind the best the team has ever defended you?
I mean, for sure. I mean, the numbers would say that. Obviously, I didn't shoot the ball well. I think I couldn't get into certain places that I'm normally capable of getting into and able to get into. And I think it was, I mean, it's gonna be something that is part of my growth and something I'm gonna get better at. And I know next time I'm faced with this challenge, and I'm gonna be better.
And one other quick thing, what makes Gabe Vincent an effective NBA player on defense, Trey?
I mean, he's just a smart player. Not necessarily just all about what he brings defensively. He's just a smart player. He's a good player. I mean, they had him sticking on me the whole 48 minutes or however long I was out there, 94 feet. If the ball went in, he was up there. It's more about his cerebral ability. I can just tell by playing against him that him and his teammates had a good connection and talking. I mean, he's just a smart player.
Trey, out there tonight, what did the Hawks fail to do to stop Miami's effectiveness attacking the interior?
I think I mean, they did a good job just getting downhill and getting to the paint. I mean, they have a lot of really good shooters, so obviously we're focused on not letting them get hot from the three-point line. So when you're in the playoffs, you really want to try to take away something the other team. And I think we were more focused on trying to take away the threes than the paint. And I think that sometimes that hurt us. And I mean, they didn't have really any big explosive quarters, but we didn't either. So I think it was a good defensive game for sure.
The technical foul that you did have late in that game, at that point, you guys were clawing back and staying in it. Was that just a result of your frustration for how you were playing, or was there something else for why you got that tech?
Nah, it was a couple of fouls that he was missing, but I mean, I'm not focused on the tech.
And then moving forward for you guys, what do you feel like is necessary in order for you guys to take that next step forward?
I mean, that's something we gotta look at in the off season. Travis and those guys, obviously, they do their job, and we all just gotta continue to do our jobs and try to be better. I think that's the main goal. Is if we keep that at the forefront of everything and focus on just how can we be better and get back to the position that we were in last year and to push forward. That's got to be the first and foremost thing that we all think about this summer is how can we do that and how can we be better.
On Zoom, we'll go to Crystal Soltas.
Hey, Trey, I hope you're doing well, first of all. If you look back on those 5 games against the Heat, what was the biggest lesson for you and how those 5 games help you to get better next season?
I mean, it's going to be a learning process. I mean, every series that I play is not going to be easy and not going to be, perfect. So I gotta go through some things to learn. And I think this is, really my first big lesson. I got to watch a lot of film from this series and see where I can get better. And just be better next year. Appreciate it.
Like this is tough, just ending the season in that fashion. What do you guys as a teammates like say to each other in the locker room after a game like this?
I mean, I think for the most part we fought hard, especially this last game. We really competed. Well, we just didn't get the outcome we wanted. So basically just saying way to play.
For you, what was rolling so well, especially in that fourth quarter, to be able to get so many open looks?
I just wasn't trying to lose. That's all. I had open shots. I made them. I was in the rhythm. Shots felt good. So that was pretty much it.
And how frustrating is it when there is 48 seconds left and you obviously foul out? Like how frustrating is that to have to watch your team play that final minute without you?
It's super frustrating, especially on a call like that. But that's all I'm gonna say about it.
That's my question.
On Zoom, we'll go to Christos Soltis.
Hey, DeAndre, hope you're doing well, first of all. What did you learn in this series against the Heat? And those games, and especially the last couple of games, how much help you to grow as a player even more?
I mean, they play great defense, so you just, got to expand your game. You got to do things you probably wasn't doing for the majority of the season. So just playing confident was my biggest thing. Just, believing in myself, whether I make or miss shots. That was all. It's a great interview right there.